everyone, Val here, and it is time for my weekly weigh-in update. And before we begin with that, I'm going to be reading from my book, Life is Long, and this is by Karen Selmanson, and it was bought at the dollar store by my daughter, and she gave it to me for my 60th birthday, and I've been having fun reading a chapter from this book every time I do my weekly weigh-in to see if her thoughts are anything close to what we're thinking as far as for living a healthier, happier life, and maybe even a longer life. So before we begin, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and share if you want to share the video. Leave me a comment also. I love comments. So let's start with chapter number 52. The perkier your mood, the perkier your body. So it says being happy boosts not only the quality of your life, but also the quantity of your life. Here's the happy and happier ever after research. Older people who reported feeling happy, excited, and or content were up to 35% less likely to die during a 5-year study conducted by the University College of London. These studies' researchers believe that positive emotions contribute to better health for 2 logical reasons. For number 1, the brain regions connected to happiness are also involved in blood vessel function and inflammation. And number 2, the stress hormone cortisol tends to rise and fall with emotions. The lower the cortisol levels, the better your health. All right, what do you all think about that? Do you think your mood can help with how you're feeling, and how you're feeling can help with living longer? Let me know what you're thinking about that. I tend to agree with that. I think if you're not living a longer life, at least you're living a happier life, and you're not dwelling on all of the negative that could be in everybody's life. But some people dwell on it, some people don't dwell on it. So I think looking at the glass half full instead of half empty really helps out with your mood, and I think that can trigger something in your body to keep your body healthier and happier. It makes me happy to watch my birds outside, and I'm watching them on the bird feeder too. I can see them while I'm talking to y'all, and that's something that brings you happiness. So you got to find those things that bring you happiness. Outside my office window, I have a hummingbird feeder, and I watch the hummingbirds play when I'm in my office doing my paperwork, and it's a lot of fun to be able to see the hummingbirds coming and going. And you know, you may be having a stressful day at work, or you feeling a little overwhelmed, but just seeing the bird, it kind of brings that smile to your face, and helps you to remember that it's not all about work, and there is a beauty outside and a beauty all around you, that you've got to see those beautiful things too, not just focusing on all the things that are stressing you out during your workday. So it's going on to say an American study also linked happiness to longer life. Professor Corey Keyes of Emory University reported that people who are flourishing, defined as experience feelings of happiness in the ability to function smoothly in day-to-day life, are 60% less likely to die of premature causes. For this reason, Professor Keyes believes our health care system needs to include new psychological techniques to improve our moods as preventative measures. So it says, translation, one of the best anti-aging tools is your brain. Master your thoughts to be positive, and you'll add more years to your life. Watch more funny movies, laugh more with friends, and spend more time on hobbies and passions that you love. Oh, I wish I could spend so much more time on these things that I love to do. The missions and the sewing and the knitting and the hanging out with my sisters on the portal with my mom and my sisters, and just it makes me happy. It makes me so happy. I truly enjoy my weekends where I'm either spending time with Steve and friends, or being home doing my crafts, or just those things that make me happy. So yes, I'm kind of agreeing with this chapter. I like it a lot. So that's the chapter. Tell me what y'all think. Does a perkier mood make a perkier body and a perkier mind? Tell me what you think. All right, I like the chapter. So let's see how I did this week. I tried to be good this week. I'm watching my calories. I'm counting my calories on MyFitnessPal. That's what I've been doing since I began this probably 4 or 5 months ago. I know I've taken my weigh-in weight from the beginning of the year in January, as 211 pounds was my beginning weight when I weighed in. I kind of went up and down for a couple of months, and then I got serious and I said, I'm going to take MyFitnessPal because it's worked for me before. I'm going to start logging my calories in, and I'm going to start getting serious about losing some weight, because they keep saying I want to lose weight, I want to lose weight, but what am I doing about it? I'm doing nothing about it. So watched my calories as closely as I could this week. It's kind of hard when you're creating recipes from scratch and you're doing it quickly, because after work you don't have a lot of time to try to figure things out. So I'm kind of guesstimating according to what MyFitnessPal says a serving is. So we did make shepherd's pie this week using a low-fat milk and low-fat butter. And for my instant mashed potatoes, I did use instant mashed potatoes, and I had corn and ground beef, a very lean ground beef. So that's what I used, and that's my basic shepherd's pie. I don't add a whole lot of gravy, or I don't add any gravy or anything like that to my shepherd's pie. It's just a very basic shepherd's pie. So I ate that for a couple of days because I made a square pan, and there was enough for 3 meals for each of us in there. So, and then the rest of the week I tried to be really healthy and stick to vegetables. I had my yogurt with my berries for lunch, and I had a healthy breakfast, and I try to keep my breakfast below 400 calories, more around the 300 calorie range, and then I put my lunch, because I have almost 1,600 calories that I have, 1,570 calories or something per day that I'm allotted. So if I do a 300 to 400 calories in the morning, and then around the same for lunch, then I can do like about 800 calories, so less than that, because I try to make it so that my dinner can be around 900 calories, and then throwing some snacks in there, that takes up a few calories too. So that's what I've been doing. I've been trying to keep it in those ranges, 300 breakfast, 300 lunch, and then maybe 100 for a snack in lunchtime or after dinner snack, which I use my either a low-fat, the 60-calorie pudding, or I can have the 100-calorie ice cream bar, yogurt bar, the Yasso bars. They're only 100 calories. Or if I have a cookie, then that's it. One little cookie, if that's my choice for my snack for the day. Maybe a pretzel rod or a piece of cheese or something like that. But those will be my snack ideas. Even have the poppables, because you can have a certain amount of poppables or a certain amount of crackers, and I try to get a lower fat cracker, a lower calorie cracker. So those are my options for my snacks. So how did I do this week? Okay, like I said, I was 211 at the beginning of the year. I weighed in last week at 191.4. I really wanted to get under the 190. That was my goal for the week, is to try to lose 1.5 pounds. And that's a lot for me, because I usually go anywhere from 0.0 to 1 pound in my losses. But I did really, really well. I shocked myself when I did my weigh-in Saturday morning, because that's my weigh-in day, and I weighed in at 188.8, I was so, so happy. So I don't know if it was an accurate weigh-in last week or there was a lot of salt gain, which I try not to eat that much salt, or if it was a water gain or what was happening last week. What seemed like it was a little bit high last week, but this week put it more into perspective at 188.8, giving me a 2.6 loss for the week. I am so happy with that. I have hit that mark of being under 180 and under 190, so I'm 188.8. So I've hit that mark. I'm very happy with that mark. And now, you know, my next goal is to be down to 180 or in the 170s. So I don't know how long that'll take me. I'm sure that'll take me a month or two to lose another 9 pounds, but that's okay. A little bit at a time. I didn't gain it all overnight, so I can't lose it all overnight. So I have for the year 22.6 pound loss, and it is August 14th today, I believe. Weigh in on August 13th. So I'm going to say I am very happy with the 22.6 pound loss for the year. Very, very, very happy with that. So I'm going to try my best to incorporate more vegetables. We have picked some cucumbers out of the garden, so we'll have some fresh cucumbers this week. I've got a watermelon from the store. We'll have watermelon again this week. The watermelon has been a great filler item for us, and there's a lot of water in that, and it's working for us. A little bit of sweetness that we're craving, but also, you know, it's helping. Watermelon doesn't have a lot of calories in it, so I can eat the watermelon and not stress the calories on that. Cucumbers don't have a lot of calories in them. The vegetables don't have a lot of calories in them. I do count those calories because I don't want to be consuming 50 or 60 calories in vegetables and not count them and then be over at the end of the night because I figure, I got another 100 calories I can consume, when, you know, you may only have 40 calories that you can consume, and the consumption of something more fattening or not as healthy for you will put you over because you didn't count your vegetables. So I do count my vegetables. So that being said, let me know how you're doing on your weight loss if you're on a weight loss journey, or let me know how your garden's doing if you're on a garden journey. I do have a garden video coming out sometime this week because we just went out and dug potatoes and looked at the garden, and I brought you all with us to show you everything. So look out for the garden video and you'll see the fresh produce that we have that we can work with. The garden had a slow start this year because the weather and everything else, and we had some animals that came into it and were messing us up a bit with trying to eat our vegetables and digging up the potatoes that we planted for our potato sets for our potato plants, and we had to replant everything, and just the struggle getting started was very frustrating for me. I didn't have the time to redo everything and to try to deal with the animals and deal with the plants not growing, and I should have watered more, and yes, I know all these things now, but I was not in that mindset earlier. Now the garden's doing very well. We're managing it a little bit better, and we do have some produce, so I'm very happy about that. So check out my my garden video coming up, and other videos that I have coming up during the week. Have a wonderful week, everybody, and be blessed, and give the video a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. Let me know how things are going, and I will catch you on the next video. Bye now.